Ladies and gentlemen, we return with more
Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition.
Now, as one thing I showed in the supplemental episode is that in the Gold Edition, the save point is right here. But in this version, it's over here. And I think that's kind of the supplement that the way you need to go is this way. So we're going to go the other way. As I love to do in these kind of exploration games, go the wrong way. Canal de las Flores. I'll have to look that up. But hey, we're going to move along. Some platforming. I gotta say, I really love a lot of the small changes they've done to this game and the zones. Okay, so there's the heart. Like, when I went back and played Gold Edition, I didn't realize just how many changes they had done aesthetically to the level, like these waterfalls in the foreground. It's really kind of cool to see it. Oh, hey! There is a secret over yonder. Okay. I don't think that was in Gold Edition. I will have to double confirm that. Okay, so can't quite go that way. Oh, I can't get up that way. Okay, not yet anyway. Hold A for a long jump. There we go. Tap for a hop. Hello, pollo! Hey, dude! Use left trigger or right to roll through spikes. It's awesome sauce! I don't know. I don't have a voice for him. That's just what we're going to go with. So the dodge roll can avoid damage, and so by virtue of that, we can avoid obstacles, which is awesome. And, of course, that doesn't work, but you can do it in midair, which is kind of nice. I mean, it basically means you play your cards right, you can pretty much avoid damage all the time. You can see we got some sparkly bits over here. Now, I already know what that's going to relate to. This game has a lot to do with the living world, the world of the dead, and there's going to be stuff that exists in one world that doesn't exist in the other. So, kind of what we're seeing is the sparkles that'll represent that. So, when we start being able to transfer between levels, we'll be able to get rid of some obstacles by virtue of that. Back off, Esqueleto! Suplex! Pile driver! Okay, now use that to avoid damage. And I'm doing that to kind of keep them in their place. There we go. Flawless victory! Oh, what was that? Is that a silver? Oh, maybe I can buy a costume now. That's kind of cool. I really like the fact that it's a different currency for costumes from power-ups. Because honestly, it felt like you're never going to really get a costume until you get all your power-ups before this. So, let's take a look. Okay, yeah, I have 1 silver. So, it takes 5 silver for just the Tostada costume. So, it doesn't look like I'm going to have enough for a real costume for a while. But it's nice to see that I have the option coming up here. So, let's just take a look at abilities. I have 815 pesos. I can buy a health chunk, right? 3 hearts give you bonus health. I've already got 2, so I could get that now to get a bunch of health. It's tempting. Let's see. Oh, okay, so there's a respawn boost that affects co-op only. And Suplex, Pile Driver, and DOS Boot, which I found out do exist in Gold version, but you need to buy them. Now I can just buy them as buy upgrades for them, but they're pretty expensive. We can see even aim throw is here. We can do more damage there. Ooh, enemies require less hits before they can be thrown. That's a nice one. I think that's going to be the first one I get. Because being able to throw an enemy is really a lot of what this combat's about. Throws and stuns and getting the enemy where you need them. And that can really help you because it gives you frames of invincibility. So, out of all these, I mean, I might get a health chunk now. But later when I'm starting to get some pesos, real pesos, I can go into the suplex and all these. Instead of getting the damage up on these, Actually, this is, well, and splash radius. I'd really want the stun, so that way I can throw more often. Let's see, what's the health regen? More health from health orbs. I don't think that's a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and get the health chunk now, though. Excellent. Alright, we've got a red one there. Don't have that yet. Through we go. Oh boy, here we go. Oh! There we go. Had to go a little bit further out. More red. Now this I like. This is a series affectionately called a Metroidvania, and what do we have in the background but what looks like a little bit modified Metroids, right? Yes. You know it to be true. Look in your heart, search your feelings. Okay, some more reds. Hello, goat. Alright, anything in here? Not really. Okay. This, to me, amuses me to no end. Alright, because I already know what's going to happen with these. This is a statue that's going to start giving you power-ups. You're going to break these, and you'll get some kind of ability that'll help you progress. The joke here is that it's a Chozo statue from Metroid. It looks almost identical to one, of course, in this game's art style. Which is, in Metroid, what you wouldn't break the entire thing, but the egg he's holding you would break in order to get a power-up in Metroid. So, for those of you who haven't played Metroid, which, you know, there's bound to be people out there that haven't, but that's what it is. So, when I saw this the first time, infinitely amused. So, I really like it. So, let's do it! What, you crazy luchador? Why, you've got to go and break my Chuzu statue. Ay, caramba, man! And I've only got like 15 of those things left. Typical luchador. Punch first and ask questions never. Behold, I am the great Ueshivo, lord of all man-goats, warrior trainer extraordinaire, and king of awkward punishments. Now, before we begin, tell me, is your mother single? Does she have a type? Does she like bad boys? Okay then. Explain to me how you got here and don't skimp out on anything. Especially on how you got that mask. Calica, the temple, El Presidente's daughter, and Jaguar my former student. I'll just have to ask your mother out after we save the world. First, we must train you in the arts of a true luchador. The statue you just broke contained a magical power, the Rooster Uppercut. Press up and B to perform this powerful move. This move can break red blocks, and it can even be performed in the air. But be careful. If you use it too much, you'll tire yourself out for a while. If you work on that move, kiddo, if it doesn't kill you, we'll continue your training until next time we meet. Rooster Uppercut. Alright, so a green block here out there in mind. So B is our special move button, and we just use different combinations to use it. So there we go. We've got an uppercut, and it can be used in the air. So we will be using it to break the blocks here, and what it's going to do is I'm going to use it now to actually start giving myself some height to get up here. And we see I've got a stamina gauge under my health bar now. It's like 2 yellow blocks. And when I use the move, it takes up one of the full blocks. And then I just have to wait for it to recharge. It'll come back eventually, so you don't lose it permanently. So now we start to get these skulls, which I believe once I get all 3 pieces, it should increase my maximum stamina. So now we can start breaking these blocks, as you can see. And it even shows you there, jump and then up and B to make it, because normally you cannot make it. So I like that I don't have mana or TP or anything like that. I don't have an ammo gauge. It just replenishes over time. And it just makes sense as a luchador to have some kind of fighting move. Alright, so blue block that I can't break. So there we go, we've saved here. Alright, we've got a way to the right and away. X barrels! Barrels, barrels, barrels. Oh, cool. Okay. So I'm on the right side here. Can't really go any further. This wall's sparkly, so I could probably go to the World of Dead to get past it. Don't have that ability yet. I like how the moves in this feel and how they flow together. It's pretty smooth. The combat is very nice. I like it. It's kind of a Metroidvania cross with a spectacle fighter. Oh, I kind of messed that one up. Thankfully, you don't die when you hit a barrier like that. So there we go. That's how it's supposed to be done. There we go. You just get knocked to an area earlier. In fact, I didn't really take any damage from that, it seems. Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. Oh, here we go. Hello. Oh, that stung. Oh, I don't like this guy. Ah, man. These things are not friendly. There you go. Oh, I got hit by his bone. Hey, he hit me with his bone. Get it? Ha! Cool, another silver. Okay, so I kind of see where silvers are going to come from. They're going to come from those big locked arenas. So after about 5 of those, I can afford my first costume. I find it interesting that when I do this, the pile driver, it's making him explode on the wall above hay. Alright. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's a sign over there. So I would imagine, my guess would be if I go to the World of Dead, I can go over there in that upper left-hand corner, but I just can't do it now. There's nothing there. Oh, okay, cool. And the save point restores health. Oh, here we go. Oh, man. I was hoping to get away without taking damage, but I guess that's not going to be a thing. Bam! Oh, DOS boot! "101 hits. Mexico! Yep, and another silver piece. Cool. Santa Luchita. And here we find ourselves in town. Ah! Skeletons just came running through town carrying some girl. They took her to the top of the town and ran off towards the temple to the west. This is Dia de los Muertos. The dead have truly risen. I'm going to hide in the forest. It's safe there, right? Oh yeah. Well, welcome to Santa Luchita. You look like you can handle yourself, luchador. The people of the town could really use your help. Don't be shy. You're a hero. That's what you do. Right? Right. Okay. Player uno. Player 1? Okay. So I already know that some of the signs have been somewhat changed just from the looking at that. I've gotten, let me see, I've gotten about to the first boss, no, maybe before the first boss on Gold Edition, so I've got a few of the changes there. Hey, Viva Pinata, there's a reference for you. Bunch of money. Bunch of pesos. Starting to rack in them now. That's 1,000, so that's pretty good. Angry Rooster sauce. Yeah. There were a lot of signs in here that were references to internet memes when I was here in Gold Edition. So I have a feeling most of those are going to be changed, since a lot of them were changed in the first part of the game. I used to be a luchador. You remind me of myself when I was your age. Alright then. A little peep. Okay, let's explore a little bit, shall we? Okay. Blue, can't break that yet. I've just come from the farm with this fresh cheese. Freshest in the whole land. Okay. Los Super Hermanos. Mario Brothers, Mario and Luigi. Very nice. Rumor has it that Calica and his minions have come from the dead world. How can that be? Very short lines of dialogue so far. Mine forever. You know, with that logo, you know exactly what they're referencing, right? And if you don't, I'll go ahead and spell it out. It's Minecraft. An abandoned mine. Welcome, senor. The Caverna de Pollo is where the strongest luchadors come to train. If you can meet the challenge, you may even be rewarded. Alright, so I don't think I can go down here yet. Nope, yeah, I need yellow at the very least. I would say the environments are very nice. I suppose even more so since they've been updated, right? Okay, nothing else here, so now we're going to go further up the town. Awesome sauce! Okay, pesos, and I can make that jump. El Niño de Carne versus El Ninja. Okay, so the Niño de Carne would be Meat Boy versus the Ninja. Okay, so that's two. I need a third one. So we were at least able to get a secret there. There's a beautiful thing about this, being a blind playthrough. It's interesting to find these secrets. As if I knew they were there. It was horrible. A band of Esqueletos came storming through town carrying some poor girl with them. They were headed off to the Temple of Rain, up on the hill, west of town. It's very nice for them to be very specific of where I need to go. Our compañero de banda has gone missing. Senor, you must help us find him, por favor. Okay. Compañero de banda. So, their band companion, I'm guessing. I don't do the Spanish thing, but they kind of make it obvious. Since the game is obviously an homage to the culture, but doesn't really do it perfectly, you know? Hey, look, it's Frame Place. He's wanted. Nothing compares to the taste of one of my signature freshly rolled tortillas. The greatest chicken thief has been terrorizing Santa Luchita for years. Everyone in town has reported small items missing from their homes. So, the great chicken thief, huh? Oh, check that out. Little boys are kind of wrestling it looks like a praying mantis and a beetle. Oh, man. Ooh, tequila. Ooh, a red... It's a red block, but I can't break it because it's below me. So, chances are I'll get another red move in a different direction. That would be my guess. A large fighting chicken lives in a house nearby. He says he was trained by a goat. You know, that's just silly enough to work. Esqueletos, kidnapping. I need a drink. So here's Hernando's, which one of the costumes has referenced that you can get a discount at Hernando's with certain costumes. Alright, looks like to do this. I think Calica took the Presidente's daughter to the Temple of Rain, just up the hill west of here. Really? A lot of people have been saying that. I heard Carlos Calica used to be a real person years ago. Yeah, probably. Gotta be a skeleton for something real. Hey, look, Angry Rooster, awesome sauce. It's a rooster with its head cut off, spitting fire. You know, it doesn't exactly inspire me wanting to try their product. I'm just going to be honest here. And, you know, seriously, some of these luchadors are really crazy. This guy has a toilet on his head. What are you looking at? You think you can make fun of El Baño? You won't be laughing once I unleash my special move, the toilet flush. Yeah, that's, you know, something I didn't need. How fortunate for you on a day like today, that you get to meet me, the great Senor Amor. You could say that I love to beat my opponents into a pulp. You know, go with it. Greetings, luchador. I am Las Teclas del Mago. When I am in the ring, you'll see nothing but magic. Alright then. Some interesting characters indeed. Alright. Our band has spread all over Santa Luchita to find our lost member. Without him, we cannot begin our East Coast tour. Okay, so that's another guy part of the Find the Missing Bandmate. Have you seen El Presidente's daughter lately? Well, talk about gorgeous. Va-va-va-boom! Kidnapped by an evil Charro skeleton. There's nothing sacred anymore. Hey, Jaguar Yaver. Such a bountiful harvest of beans this year. I have so many, I don't know what to do with them all. Alright, so this is definitely a reference to an internet meme, but you couldn't really tell from this version. The Gold Edition has text by these characters. They're both owls, and they're supposed to be, if you've seen the memes, one of them is the "oh really" and the other one's the "yeah really" or something like that. It's kind of hard to get into if you've not really paid attention to internet memes. I'm not even going to try. Isabella's Kitchen. Why, hello, you have a quest for me. I am desperate. My kitchen is bare. I don't have all the ingredients to make my specialty, La Gran Enchilada. Please, senor, if you find some cheese, bring it to me. If you find the beans, bring them to me. How will we find the perfect chili? The tortillas are the last ingredient I need. I promise. Okay. Cheese, beans, chili, and tortillas. So there's like 4 things. I already know where 2 of them are. Right? If we go by what the people have been telling me, like she says she has beans. So beans for the chef? Sure, take them. I have plenty more where these came from. Okay, so I got beans. We already know where the cheese is. No one else has mentioned any other ingredients yet, so just gotta pay attention to the text and they'll tell you about things, right? What, you need this cheese for the chef? World's biggest enchilada, you say? Sure, take it. I hope it helps. Okay, so we need chili and tortillas at this point. I imagine everything is going to be in town, so I have to go looking around. I haven't completed my search of town yet, so we'll just keep going for now. Talk to them. Been in there. Hernando's is still closed. Let's go ahead and let's visit my good friend, the Combo Chicken, who will teach us how to fight. I am the great Combo Chicken. Welcome to my dojo. If you expect to take on Calica and the forces of evil, you have much to learn. Let's start with your basic 3-hit combo. Poncho! Poncho? You know, before I move on, I want to take a look at these backgrounds. We have... Can I get a mouse pointer? Okay, great. So, protein, huge muscles. This is a Mega Man reference again, so we get the E-Tank. So, I like that. Here we have a Legend of Zelda reference, El Hero. And in the background, you can kind of see it's kind of a Triforce thing. It's interesting how some references got removed and some didn't. Like, this is... I guess it's not immediately obvious, neither is this. But, like, Meat Boy here, the Mario Brothers are very much still obvious. But, like, here, changing it from El Gato from what it was, Business Cat. It looks like what they mainly took out were the internet memes, whereas video game references kind of got left alone. Like here we have Super Lucha Force, which I think might be from Super Time Force or something like that. Also, this is a reference to another game, Los Liminal Mutants Attack. But here also we have Los Casa Crashers, so the Castle Crashers here. Lots of different references, just right here alone, and it's just, I find it interesting how some are changed and some aren't. Pancho! Wow, that's a big escalito. Pancho, say hello to the luchador. What? Yes, you'll be paid once the demonstration is over. Okay, go for it! I also like in this version they slowed down a lot of the flashing that would normally cause seizures. I believe that was due to releasing internationally. Not bad, not bad. Your basic 3-hit combo can also be performed in the air. Take it away, Pancho! Hazard pay? This is one non-girl hits like a pussycat. Now get to work! I hit like a pussycat, huh? Yeah, right. Pressing up and X will perform the luchador lift. This allows you to continue your combo in the air. Yeah, I've lost his whatever voice I was using for him. I'm just gonna go for it. Just because it's a tutorial, it doesn't really need anything special, I imagine. But anyway, luchador lift. So up, jump to follow, 3-hit combo. Pressing up and B will perform the rooster uppercut, carrying you into the air with your enemy. Alright, so we do the same thing. Now combine the luchador lift and the uppercut into one devastating combo. Alright, so lift, jump, uppercut, 1, 2, 3. That wasn't that easy. Birds flying around the room? How dare you mock my inability to fly? After all I've done for you, get out of my sight! Don't worry about him. Talk about the drama queen. It looks like you're ready to face the challenges ahead. KageKaze's gang was headed for the temple. People overheard them talking about some dark ceremony. You better get going if you plan to stop them. Oh, and come back to me again sometime for additional training. If you're not too chicken, that is. Okay, cool. Do or do not. There is no try. So that was the achievement, do or do not. Alright, so, the warrior's thirst for knowledge is not easily sated. Would you like to continue your training? So we're going to go ahead and continue. See what different combos we have. So, lift, jump, 1, 2, uppercut, 1, 2, 3. So, larger combo. So we'll try it again. Lift, jump, 1, 2, up, smash down. There we go. Cool. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. That's a cool combo. All right. Let's see if I can do it. So I follow him with the dodge move. That's pretty cool. I can feel that from here. All right, cool. I got some pesos. Wow, I got 500 pesos for that. I can't teach you everything. Go out into the world and live a little. Maybe you'll have more practice for you later. Okay, so he's got nothing more for me now. I've done all the combos, but I got some money for that. And you can see now he's closed. So as I mentioned before, it's just going to be very odd accents, I think. If you still don't mind the reading, great. Otherwise, let me know, of course. I'm Hernando. I own the local watering hole, Hernando's. The bar is locked up right now for basement renovations. But I'll reopen soon, and when I do, I'll have a special promotion. Luchadors get 50% off. So, yeah, that's why the mask says you get 50% off. Okay. Alright, this way to dessert. I could use some dessert. Oh, wait, desert. Right. I've decided to become an amateur treasure hunter. I'll let you know if I find anything. Don't worry, if I find any treasure, you'll be the first to know. Okay, so it's a quest that doesn't really have anything. Alright. Desert de Scaletes. Now, I believe this is not a way I can go. Oh, hey, look! Bust it, Bill! Choke on Wreck-It Ralph. Pueblo Duchero. I do believe this is not the right direction, and I won't be able to do much with it. Oh, hey, look, green blocks, and... Yep, a statue and a building I can't do anything about. You know what this reminds me of? I'm gonna admit, this kind of reminds me of Legend of Zelda 2, where there was like a port town, and it terminated kind of like this, with something in the way and a house. I have to wonder if that's just me seeing too much into it, or if it's not a coincidence. Alright, well, we're going to continue running through town. Unfortunately, because there's a lot of dialogue here, that's probably what most of this episode is going to be about, since I'm kind of keeping these in shorter chunks for this series. So let's see if we can't finish up here. Oh, hey, look, piece of heart. And she's going to have a quest here. Super Siesta Inn. Complimentary churro. My brother has a nasty habit of getting him else stuck in impossible situations. It really is embarrassing for our family. He's gone missing again, but he can't be far. I swear I can hear him. If you find him, let me know. Alright, so I can't get through this wall. Hello! If you know a way to move through walls, that'd be swell. Okay, nothing I can do now that might have to do something, might have to do with something about moving through the world of the dead and the living. Ah, El Diablo Tequila. Lucha line. I'm not exactly sure what that's about. I almost wonder if that's, for some reason I'm thinking Hotline Miami, but I don't know. Okay, nothing that way. We still need to find chili and tortillas and the band member. The one and only El Hero. And there's more Casa Crashers.
That's right, little chicken. I'm just an inanimate object. A little bit closer. That corn on the ground looks yummy. Oi, you scared him off. What are you looking at? Sorry. I wasn't always such a mean Olmec head. I used to have my Olmec brothers, but they have been speared across the world. If you can find any of them, they can teleport you back to me.
Okay, so they've been spread across the world. And that's the Temple of Rain. So that's where we need to go. Just see if there's anything else here. Sierra. Okay, can't go up. Don't have the moves for it. Well, alright then. I think that's it. I'm going to check the store, see if there's anything we can get with either pesos or silver. I don't believe I have... Actually, I might have 5 at this point. What was up here? Canal de las Flores. Huh. Cool. Alright, so as far as abilities are concerned, we have 1,600 pesos. There's a lot I can get, actually. The respawn boost obviously doesn't matter because it's co-op. Stamina region boost is kind of nice. Reduce the time you have to wait before stamina begins regenerating. So those are both actually pretty nice. Because you can do moves more often with those. I think the first one to get would be the delay boost, so that you can get them faster, and then as you get more stam, go for the regen boost. But I'm wondering if I should just wait and get the stun boost first. That seems like it's going to be the best, and I'm already halfway there. So I'll probably not get anything for now. And I only have 3 silver, so I can't afford a costume. So alright, we're saved. And I'm going to see if I can't find the other items I need for this quest, and if not, I think that will call it for here, and we'll move on to the action in the next one. My tortillas? The perfect finishing touch for La Gran Enchilada? Of course you can have some. If it truly is as big as you say, then you will need a lot. You got a ton of tortillas. Excellent. So now all we need is el chile. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.